Well, when it comes to predicting the weather, our Kelloland meteorologists have some pretty high-tech tools to help with the forecast, but sometimes the simplest tools work just as well.
In this week's Flashback Friday, we go back to 1976, where one Northwest Iowa man came up with a low-tech tool to help him with the weather.
The old saying that everybody talks about the weather but nobody does anything about it doesn't hold true for at least one Iowa man. Man has always tried to invent ways to tell him what the weather is going to do or is doing. From a city invention that tells you not only how hot it is, but the time and date as well, to the age-old country way of telling about how fast and what direction the wind is blowing. And of course, the ever-present weather ball to give us a ballpark estimate as to the forecast. But Bill Bruggeman of Larchwood has come up with the ultimate weather-telling machine. Bill claims to be no great shakes as an inventor, but this one only took him about 15 minutes to come up with. The apparatus consists of a few feet of twine and a rock. Bill explained how his version of the weather ball works.
Well, it's quite simple. Like today, when the wind is, blowing about 30 miles an hour, and I can look right outside my door and I know it's windy because this rock is going back and forth. And if it's wet, then you're pretty sure it's raining. And in the wintertime, you can look out and there's snow on there. You're pretty sure it's snowing. And if I can't see it, I know it's pretty foggy out.
This is a pretty complex weather device. Do you think weathermen like Dave Dedrick could use this?
Well, you never know. He probably, if he had studied a little bit, he might be able to figure it out.
So you see, you really don't need a personally autographed rain gauge or a weather radar machine. Just take your pet rock, which you've probably discovered is pretty useless by now anyway, and hang it by a string. Brian Bierke, Kelloland News, Larchwood.
If you want to see more stories from our archive, head to Kelloland.com and search for Flashback Friday. I think you might have been on to something there.
Yeah, it's called Meteorology in the Stone Age, right?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Well, I think the technology has advanced a little more since those years of the 70s, right?
I'd hope so.
Has it?
Yeah,
Has it? Let's ask the over here.
Well, now we got Kelloland.
I was taking notes over here, passing to Scott Bunt. Here you go, Scott. He's at home watching right now, I'm sure. Well, there you go. That's a Friday weather piece. I wasn't expecting to see that, but
that's why I love coming out on Friday mornings. This is the kind of stuff I look forward to.
You can't help but laugh. All right.